Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Thank you for coming and welcome. Once again, we all like to sit on this side. The rebels sit on this side. So, welcome to everybody. Okay, so we always start with CLPG, Front Porch's strategic goals of building culture, a community where everyone belongs and we live our shared values, developing leadership, inspiring people working together to make a difference in the world, drive performance, always building and moving together for greater results, and achieving growth, constantly improving and experiencing what is humanly possible. So things that, hi Barbara, what was that? I don't know what to do about that. This is the first time this has happened where it's cut off a little bit of the screen and I'm not sure how to fix it. I think it's the projector too. Well, on the left it says build culture. And so these are things that Front Porch achieved over the last fiscal year. Annual five-star workshops for team building are underway. Actually, we finished it. This year's theme is building culture, and I think we had 100% participation, right, Sandy? So we have completed our five-star workshop. It was fun. Sherry Fennenbach has been hired as the VP of Learning and Development, and she's joined the Culture and Community team. Her focus is building industry-leading educational programs, career pathways, experiential learning, and university partnerships for our Front Porch community. Familiar Touch was a film that was focused on shifting how aging and care are valued in America, made with the support of residents and staff at Villa Gardens. It's having its theatrical release in New York on June 20th, that's today, and on the West Coast the week of June 27th. Front Porch co-hosted a screening for senior living through thought leaders. One way we are developing leadership is through these partnerships. Developing leadership, Front Porch leaders were highlighted at the Leading Age California Annual Conference. San Francisco Towers resident Peter Spencer was honored as Leading Age California Resident of the Year. I Thank you, Ethan. It worked. Thank you, Ethan. I'm ready to have one of you guys be Resident of the Year next year. So, Tim Watkins of Carlsbad by the Sea graduated from the Leading Age California Emerge Leadership Program. Miles of Purpose, a video on the beauty of caregiving and caregivers, debuted celebrating Wesley Palms team members Bibiana Vargas Zamarone for her exemplary leadership. The video also highlighted the culture of care co-created by Wesley Palms staff and residents. Team members presented on Home Sharing Front Porch Home Match, Front Porch Center for Innovation and Wellbeing's AI work, and led a panel on regulatory compliance and industry trends. And Sean Kelly was announced as the Leading Age California Board of Directors Vice Chair. For driving performance, Front Porch expanded centralized talent recruiting to Northern California communities. This program brings additional resources and expertise to support community recruitment efforts, building pipelines of qualified candidates to help managers fill open positions faster and with high quality employees. This was rolled out in Southern California last year, and we have been uh, the beneficiary of the centralized talent recruiting. Front Porch also implemented the new statutory Front Porch Board resident director election process with a Zoom summit attended by more than 40 residents from across the Front Porch community. And for achieving growth in development is Los Gatos Meadows up in Los Gatos, Carlsbad by the Sea Memory Care, and program enhancements for personal care services, memory care services, and capital planning and management. And so just this was the poster for the familiar touch screening. It was in Chicago last April, and again, it should be streaming on your TV in September. So we'll let you know what channel it will be on and when it's available. But it does highlight the aging process, and it was filmed exclusively at Villa Gardens in Pasadena. Living out our goals here at Walnut Village for building culture, the employee engagement survey reviewed with staff and plan for 2025 has been deployed. Goal is more communication and more fun. So you'll start seeing a lot of fun activities involving the staff. Develop leadership. This is big for us. Sal has been promoted to full-time activities assistant. He's done such a good job, and I know Araceli is just over the moon, excited to have him on our team. Drive performance. All directors and supervisors will receive additional trainings in crucial conversations, managing people and team building, and achieving growth. We're continuing to focus on Summer House 2 and Clubhouse occupancy. So if you know somebody who might be good for those neighborhoods, please let Deanne and Marina know. Regarding the employment engagement survey, we'll dive a little deeper. Our areas of strength per our employees was they know what is expected, they feel good about their work, and they are trained in safety procedures. Our areas of opportunity, they want their voices to be further heard and valued. They want to know the why behind communications and initiatives, and they want us to proactively handle problems. So in the realm of voices heard and valued, our plan of correction or plan of action is that I will be having individualized weekly meetings with department heads. We have a Values Friday raffle for staff appreciation. So when you see the staff wearing their black front porch values t-shirts where it has one of the values printed on the back of it, please say thank you to them, and they are entered into a raffle for prizes. We're having a safety contest with prizes every 3 months of no injuries, and we have just made it, we're 10 days short of our first 3 months with no injuries, so hopefully we'll keep that going. Team building exercise at each monthly all staff and continued celebration of birthdays and work anniversaries. Environmental service will hold a quick team huddle daily to review work orders and priorities. The care team make sure that they do their daily crossover between the shifts for great communication. Listening sessions and anonymous survey have been offered by me for any kind of feedback they have. Bi-monthly theme days for employees with prizes for winners. And you'll see this starting in your July calendar. Every other Friday in the Bistro Courtyard, you're going to choose which department had the best theme overall. And then quarterly department meetings for enhanced communication. Our plan of action for communicates the why. I, again, have individual weekly meetings with department heads so we can really dive deep on their questions that they may have. Values quarterly department meetings for enhanced communications. Continued monthly all-staff meetings with staff able to ask follow-up questions if they don't understand or have issues with a directive or initiative. Continue open door policy, all departments. Environmental services, dining, administration, and care teams continue their daily check-in meetings. And then for proactively handling problems, our plan of action is for staff to follow the chain of command for a resolution if staff unable to resolve themselves. What to expect from HR, what we can and can't disclose after a grievance or investigation. Continue open door policy to bring issues to appropriate department head or HR to address. And then all department heads will receive mini module training from Front Porch in the fall for crucial conversations, managing people, and team building. And I'd like to now invite Ethan up for maintenance department updates. I'll also use this if it's easy.
Thank you, Debbie. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday.
Yay.
Okay, so post office, everybody's seen the big work that we're doing over there. We had to replace the grease trap for the bistro, and unfortunately, it was underneath the counter in the post office. So we have gotten that successfully replaced. We are now working on getting the cabinet work and countertops back in place. Should have everything open by the end of next week. The Grove Red Chair Lounge and the billiards, we have a lighting upgrade going on. So the whole lighting system that was in there originally will be replaced. We are putting it at the same color level, but they'll be a little bit brighter. So you might have some more light in there to be able to see your meals. So hopefully that will be done over the next few weeks. New resident door locks. We're still working through some flaws. I know that several people have had some issues with the fobs and the door locks. We've had some defective locks that we've had to replace. And then I know that some people may still have some older fobs. If you do have an older fob, please let the front desk know. We will go ahead and replace it with some new ones, some of the upgraded ones. So we don't want anybody trying to use those old gray ones, the kind of longer, skinny ones. They should be round and black like this one that's on the screen. So if you don't have that, please go to the front desk and we'll get it replaced for you.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay.
There's some questions.
Oh, go ahead. Yes.
If our old ones work, why are we turning them in and taking the risk of getting a fob that doesn't work?
The new fobs do work. The reason some of them weren't working was because of the door lock. So if you have an older fob, we can go ahead and replace it for you. The gray, like I said, the gray ones are not compatible with the new door locks and will cause some issues down the road. For the pack, we are working on this stage lighting, working with Gary on that as well, to get a new system set up in here because I know that it's been an issue for a while. So we'll be working on quotes for that. We finished our fire alarm testing this year.
Yay.
And everything went well. No more bells for you guys. So thank you for your patience on that. Pest control has been completed for this month. Again, if anybody's experiencing any issues with critters, pests, or anything like that, please let the front desk know. We will get you on the schedule for the next month. It is every second Tuesday of the month that we do it. And I'll just go over some of the CapEx projects that we are scheduling for this year and trying to get in within the budget. We're working on getting the facility painted. So that is a pretty big project. We'll be painting everything outside the facility. I'm working on quotes to get that sent in. Requesting updated quote to reallocate generation power. So the emergency generator, was originally a majority of the power was sent over to the old care center. We now want to, since that's not a care center anymore, we want to distribute more emergency power over to the village so that we can have emergency outlets inside of the units or just outside of the units. HVAC. So I'm just about to finalize our 50 units that need to be replaced in the resident units. Please give us some time on that. We are working through manufacturer delays. They're probably about 16 weeks out on delivering units to us. So unfortunately, that will take us through the summer. We will do our best to keep on top of any issues that you may have within your unit. We are also working on AC for the kitchen. They're doing a big retrofit on kitchen equipment, and we found that the AC equipment in there is also failing, so we're going to go ahead and get that done as well. Also, like I said, the kitchen equipment is getting renovated, and cooking equipment has been ordered, and we're also waiting on final design from engineering to get everything set in place and installed. Lastly, we are working on a bocce ball court in the clubhouse courtyard. So, what you've seen over there right now, it's just some plants. We're going to be taking all that area out and putting in a bocce ball court so everybody can go over and enjoy the game over there. Does anybody have any questions for me? Yes.
What is the status of a fountain in the flower garden courtyard?
Yes, that should be done shortly. We're just waiting on some materials to come in. Hopefully by the end of next week, we'll have that done. Anybody else? Okay, thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. And Pam is off today, so just a couple of care updates. We do have a new regulation that requires that we get an updated physician's report for everybody once a year. There's also a new form. It went from 6 pages to 9 pages. They ask a few more questions. So to those of you who have gotten that updated physician's report, thank you. If you haven't yet, please stop by the clinic, see any of the nurses. They can get you the new form, take it to your next doctor's appointment, and have them fill that out and fax it back to us. Any questions on that? Thank you. And please welcome Kim for dining updates.
Yeah, I think it's on. Yeah.
Good morning. Happy first day of summer. So along those lines, we are going to be rolling out the summer version of all of the menus on Monday. You'll get copies of them with your Friday memo today if you'd like to keep copies in your homes. But just to let you know some of the changes, for the breakfast menu, 2 of our breakfast specials of the week really have stood out to be very popular, and they're now going to become permanent items on the menu. One of them is the avocado toast and eggs, and the other one is the eggs Benedict. Okay. On the lunch menu, hot dog will replace the beef sandwich. Barbecue pork sliders will replace the chili, and chef salad, I believe, is replacing Cobb. Okay. And on the always available menu, the new salad, entree salad for the summer will be a summer strawberry lemonade salad. And this is actually a recipe that one of our cooks wrote. All right. On the 4th of July, we'll have a barbecue themed dinner. It'll be in the Grove during regular Grove hours. The first Sunday of the month brunch is going to be held on July 6th. It'll feature omelets made to order station. The resident staff appreciation lunch is going to be on a Tuesday in July. Normally they're a Wednesday or a Thursday, but it's going to be a Tuesday, July 15th. And welcome to our 2 newest servers, Daniel Perez and Juan Pastana. Both of them are now fully trained and doing a nice job for us. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kim. And now please welcome Deanne for sales and marketing updates.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me? Because I'm the tall one here. Is that better? We got a lot of activity from both internal moves within the village and from outside prospects. Marketing is continuously working with prospects on securing deposits and move-ins, and available inventory can change quickly. So sometimes you might think a place is available, but internally we have someone moving there, or we already have someone waiting for it, because we do have a wait list now too. We've had it, but now we're getting a lot more people on that. If you have any question about available apartments, because you're thinking about downsizing or upsizing, either way, please just come talk to Marina or myself, and we'll give you the current information on what's available. So we do have some new move-ins in June. Joe Ropel, I see him. He came today, so
Hi,
I'm so
Joe.
excited. Apartment 205. He moved in at the beginning of June, and I know he's getting busy at the gym and different places. So welcome, Joe. We also have Jackie and Tony Chu, and are they here today? They're in apartment 188, and they moved in on the 10th of June. And then, so I've seen them out I know they had dinner with Joe the other night, and one of the residents. So also Ralph and Ann Kolbush are moving into apartment 268, and they'll be moving in at the end of June. So another one to welcome. So we're getting nice and full here. Any questions from anybody? Yes.
Only because I'm nosy.
Okay.
What's the story on 361 and 165?
So 361 is ready to go. We're using it as a model. It's just a really big, great unit. We're just looking for someone who's really interested in, the 2-bedroom, the Newport, which is bigger. So we're just looking for that right couple or person who wants a little bigger space. So that's taken a little longer. 165, we're just waiting for the family to completely get everything out of that apartment, and then we can renovate it and move forward with it. So the family has, I think it's July.
I think so.
We think it's July that will be cleaned out, and then we can move forward. So that's the best we know on 165.
Thank you.
Sure. Anybody else? All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Deanne. And now please welcome Ryan for a well-being update.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to remind you all that there's the drum circle tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the pack in here. If you want to create some rhythms, have some fun making some noise, we'd love to see you tomorrow at 11 with Jose. Just a reminder about that. And then, as Kim mentioned, it is the first day of summer already, so I wanted to touch briefly on hydration. So how easy is that? Just we got to drink some water, but it gets overlooked all the time. Water is essential for our bodies to function properly, and there's a lot of good reasons to drink water. One byproduct of that is, yes, I know we end up spending a lot of time in the bathroom. However, the benefits outweigh having to make multiple trips. So it helps regulate body temperature, right? In case we're sweating at all, we kind of cool ourselves off. Water can help lubricate the joints, which makes, some of our joints feel a little bit better. It transports nutrients and oxygen through our bloodstream. It helps remove waste, again, through urine and sweat. It helps supports our organ function, right? Keep everything firing, keep our brain sharp. It helps aid in digestion, important things like that. And obviously it supports physical function and keeping our muscles functioning. If anyone ever has like a leg cramp or, I got a cramp all of a sudden, 99% is because you're not hydrated. And all it is drinking water. And I got to say, drinking water, it's not just, just have a drink of some tea or some soda or an extra cup of coffee. On a hot day, maybe I'll have a beer with lunch. Those things can dehydrate us, actually. So water is really what's going to help hydrate. It can also help sleep and can improve our cognition. Of course, there's probably a time where we do want to cut off how much we're consuming. Because then we don't want to have to wake up a million times in the middle of the night to visit the restroom, because then that does the opposite with helping us our sleep, right? And then just the recommended amount of water is generally considered to be 8 cups of water a day. Those little bottles that Kim and her team has, that's a cup. So 8 of those. So it sounds like easy enough, but it can be challenging for some. So just a reminder to staying hydrated, especially as it starts to warm up. As it warms up, we do need to drink a little bit more. To piggyback off that, I was also wanted to remind people to, make sure we're eating enough. Food's kind of fuel that kind of feeds us through the rest of the day and keeps us moving and keeps us going. Breakfast, especially. I'm a big breakfast guy myself. I know a lot of people aren't. They have a light breakfast. Light breakfast is great. We don't want to feel weighed down or anything like that. But it's important to eat, whole grains, lean proteins, fruits and veggies, and healthy fats. I'm not going to touch too much on that. But Kim Norton, right, our own Kim, is a wonderful resource. She's a registered dietitian. So if anyone has any questions, Kim's your gal to answer all those kind of questions. And then also just kind of listen to your body. If we feel kind of dehydrated, sometimes we could feel a little lightheaded if we're not getting enough water, if we're not getting enough calories to kind of fuel ourselves. That's not a good thing either. So we kind of got to listen to ourselves. We're feeling like that, maybe we need to slow some things down a little bit. We also got a new piece of equipment in the gym that we're kind of excited about. We already had a cyber cycle, but that was, it was almost 12 years old because we piloted that program when that piece of equipment first came out. For those of you that have been here long enough, when Lola was here, that's how long that was around for. So we got the upgraded version, which is a lot of fun. The focus is on dual task functioning and extra gaming. It's basically a distraction from us that we kind of trick ourselves into wanting to exercise more. So there's about a dozen different games on the bike that we can play while we're riding, while we're pedaling. And there's a bunch of different options. There's even a game of bridge on there for those bridge players, actually. I wish I could say I knew how to play bridge. I've worked here a long time, and I've had people try and teach me, and it still just flies right over my head. So kudos to all of you that know how to play bridge and do it well. But we will be having a live demo in the gym this afternoon at 3 o'clock to kind of go over all those different games. There's simple ones, there's more challenging ones, but they are definitely they're a lot of fun and a little bit of something for everybody. And fingers crossed, that's gonna work. Maybe.
What if one daily activity could protect your brain and your body? It's called dual task training, doing a physical and mental activity.
Oh, well, just listen to this part. That'll help, though.
It's
kind of keep your ears open.
Science and used in rehab, sports training, and fall prevention programs. On a Blue Goji bike, your residents pedal while engaging with fun, interactive games. It's cardio meets cognitive challenge, a powerful combo for aging adults. Why does it matter? Studies show dual task training can improve executive function, memory, and balance, all key to independent living. In fact, it's used in physical therapy for stroke patients and in fall risk programs to retrain the brain and body to move in sync. One study found that older adults who did dual task training reduced their fall risk by 40% compared to exercise alone. Meanwhile, engaging gameplay boosts dopamine and endorphins, helping improve mood, motivation, and consistency over time. From pro athletes to neurologists to memory care specialists, dual task training is a proven tool for keeping the brain and body sharp. Now your residents can access the same science on a bike designed just for them, fun, safe, and effective. Blue Goji, the future of active aging. What if...
So we couldn't see the video, but we could hear about it, right? We kind of heard about all the important things of dual task functioning. If I can, there we go. So we couldn't see the demo, the video of it. So that means you have to come to the gym at 3 o'clock to really see what it's about. Maybe that was on purpose. But anyways, so we hope to see you all this afternoon. It's a lot of fun, and there are an extreme amount of benefits for that kind of stuff. So any questions for me? Okay, great. I hope to see you all at 3.
Thank you, Ryan. You want to carry? Yeah. Okay. Please welcome Sandy for resident services updates. Sorry.
Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, good. So, as usual, if you're having any TV issues, call the front desk for a work order. There's a few people still having some issues. Hopefully, most of those have been worked out. But again, if you're having any issues, just let the front desk know and put in a work order, and we will take care of that as soon as we can. Also, scams. The newest scam is from Social Security. It's not really from them, but it says it is, and it looks pretty legit. So make sure that you really look at the address that it's sent out from, because it's not from Social Security, but it does state that they'll be able to take away your driver's license or your car registration, which they wouldn't be able to do anyway. So don't click on any of the links. Don't click, some of them say click here to review it or send in your corrections. Don't click on it. Just don't believe if it says something that has nothing to do with them, like your car or your license, and just delete it. If you're not sure, call me. A lot of people have been calling me and I can look at it, or some people have been sending me the emails and I just write back to them. So that's another way. Also, DMV has been sending one like that that says they will suspend your license and take away registration or cause you to pay a toll charge. So again, these are scams. And if you're really not sure, just delete it. Okay. I think that is. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. I got the DMV scam text yesterday, actually. So there's always somebody thinking of something. Okay, spiritual care updates. The Interfaith Dialogue Circle is this Wednesday, June 25th at 11:15 in the community room. The final Pentecost Supper for this year is Wednesday, June 25th from 5 to 6:30 in the LLC. Of course, we've still got Sunday morning church service here every Sunday at 10:30 and Bible study at 1 p.m. every Thursday in the Red Chair Lounge. Chaplain is available in the San Andreas Vault every Sunday and Wednesday from 2 to 3. You just need to talk to somebody. The June issue of the Chapel News is still available. There are a few copies available in the chapel. Roman Catholic Mass with Father Nicholas is Monday, July 6th at 10:30 a.m. in the chapel. And then we do have 2 celebrations of life coming up. Tomorrow is Liz Nichols' celebration of life here at 1:30 in the chapel. And then George Slominson is next Saturday, the 28th at 10:30 here in the chapel. And please welcome Araceli.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. For some of our upcoming programs, today we have Los Alamitos Ranch. We will be departing at 1 p.m. We are full. We took some of our wait lists. We had a couple residents cancel. Our next program will be, as Debbie mentioned, Liz Nicholas on Saturday at 1:30 in the chapel. We have Lilies of the West on Saturday, June 21st at 3:30 in the PAC. Timeless Melodies is back. 1900s popular music begins Monday, June 23rd at 11 a.m. in the LLC. I believe we are full as well. Usually we are full for that event. If anybody decides to cancel, please let me know, because I did get some calls for some residents that want to be on the wait list. We have July calendar coming up. Tuesday, June 24th at 10 a.m. in the LLC. Food Committee, Tuesday, June 24th at 11 a.m. in the LLC. We have Trader Joe's shopping outing on Tuesday, the 24th, departing at 11:30. Prime Talk with Emma on Wednesday, June 25th at 2 p.m. in the LLC. We have Tournament of Roses, Wrigley's Mansion House Tour on Thursday, June 26th, departing 12:30. We are full. And I know some residents signed up, so we have about 6 on the wait list. It's not guaranteed, but if anyone cancels, we will work on the wait list after that. Flower arrangement class, Friday, June 27th at 11:30. Starting July, I will be offering 2 different times. It's been very popular, and some residents are wondering if I would add another class, another time. So if this is at 11:30, maybe I'll do another one like at 1 o'clock. Okay, see how that turns out. We have Who Am I, Elaine Quick, on Friday 27th at 3 p.m. George Slomanson's memorial services on Saturday the 28th at 10:30 in the chapel. And we have our chorale concert coming up on Saturday the 28th at 3 p.m. in the PAC. And one change for bingo on June 28th, we will be changing the time to 1 p.m. in the LLC due to the chorale concert being on that day. Other than that, do you guys have any questions? Yes, Judy.
What is Prime Talk?
Prime Talk is,
Yeah,
yes, I think Debbie has
So
more.
Prime
information.
Talk is, there's Garden Grove Hospital, which is very close by, wants to be able to let you know the benefits of going to Garden Grove Hospital. We'll also have Dr. Waguna, who is the hospitalist there at Garden Grove Hospital. He does want to start doing some visits here as well, so you'll get a chance to meet Dr. Waguna. Maybe it's a good fit and you'll want to switch to him as your primary care provider, but it's just an informational seminar. Any other questions? I think Ken had a question. Was it the same one?
Same question.
Same one. Okay.
Okay, all right. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for your participation. What other questions do you guys have? You guys usually have something. Ken.
What's the meaning of these no liquor beyond this point signs that are spread around the campus?
What's the point of the no liquor beyond this point signs? It may have something to do with our liquor license, having to be within a prescribed area. I don't know, Joel, if you know a little bit more about that, but I know that that is typical at many restaurants, right? Because they're trying to make sure that only adults, but that doesn't really make sense in this situation. I don't know, Joel, do you know why it might be that way?
The liquor people, they enforce that we can only have liquor in certain areas when we're serving.
So ABC said that we can only have liquor in certain areas as a function of our license when we're serving alcohol.
That's another effort on the part of the ABC to get some more money out of it too. Because you have an on-site sale license and an off-site sale license. And we have an on-site sale.
Right.
So Dawn was saying it's an effort also for ABC to get more money. We have an on-site license and there's also an off-site license, which would require an additional license and which would require more money and fees to be paid. Any other questions? Well, it's always lovely to see you guys. And again, my office is always open. All of us are. So come on anytime that you have a question. Please just keep talking to us. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Happy first day of summer. Hopefully it won't be as hot as Dallas Rain says it's going to be this summer. And we get a little bit of marine cover. But lovely to see you all and have a good Friday.